Welcome back, people. We are back. Your girl Gigi and the fabulous Michael.
Good to be here.
We are continuing our conversation. No tear will be wasted is the next single.
Yeah.
Now this one had a bit of a journey, but I know from my own perspective, but I want to know from you, because this was actually the very first track that was created even before Beautiful Show. So
yeah.
Now let them hear from you. How did No Tears happen?
Go ahead,
okay. Charlie. Go ahead, tell the story.
Okay, so it all started when I went over to a little church called Catch the Fire London. That's where it started. And I was there I was helping out on bass, basically. No pun intended.
Was that the first time we actually met?
It may have. Ooh. I don't think it was.
Second?
I don't think it was the first time we met.
Okay.
But I think it was the first time we were on stage together.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
So we're kind of in the middle of a spontaneous moment, and which for the less Christianese inclined basically means that we're in between songs and we're just kind of waiting for something to happen. And then almost out of nowhere, Gigi over here starts singing. Don't do that. She starts singing, no tear will be wasted. I will use these tears and turn them for your good.
No tear will be wasted. No pain will be wasted. I will use these things and turn it for your good. No tear will be wasted. No pain will be wasted. I will use these things and turn it for your good. I'll turn it for your good. I will turn it for your good. I will turn it for your good.
Or I'll use these things and turn them for your good. And we were all just blown away. Like, what is that? Like, there's something, we need to take this somewhere. And so later on, Gigi and I meet at my home church.
Whoop whoop! Shout out to Oasis.
Yeah! Big up the Colliers with Must. No. No one lives there. I'm kidding. Gosh. We met up at my church in Oasis Church, Collierswood is the name of it. And we were just meeting up. We didn't have any particular plans. We didn't even plan to do an album, really. And just to see what we're both about musically. And what came out of it was an arrangement of that spontaneous moment. We kind of wrote a song around it, which sounds nothing like the single, might I add. Like, it's so unlike the single. And we literally wrote it that night, and it was beautiful. But we both felt this kind of tug from the Lord, like, no, I want you to do more than this. Like, this has to go further. So then we kind of start going back and forth. You know, I came up with some strings arrangements, like you started tweaking some lyrics, and then we kind of put it to bed for a bit. And then in classic Jesus fashion, he comes up to me and kind of goes, hey, what if you like put a beat here, put some pads here, put all these glitchy sound effects here, and then we start to get something that sounds a bit like the single. And at the same time, Gigi over here is doing these crazy lyric tweaks that speak of something that's a lot bigger than that moment that happened at CTF. A lot bigger. And what came out of it is essentially what you hear on the single. And it just floors me every time I think of how the whole thing came together. It's so organic. Like, none of us had any idea.
Definitely not. It's probably there are several moments within this whole album which are just epic, but this is one of my favorites, I must admit, because when this whole project started, I had a friend, with just like an acquaintance that I kind of knew of, and like, you know, as you said, you know, we've shared the same stage, and that's about it. But during this process, my friend became my brother. And it's like literally became my brother. I mean, my word. It's like, hey, Chale, he's Chale. He's Chale through and through. For people who don't know who Chale is a Ghanaian term of endearment, like friend kind of thing, like a good friend. Is that a good way to describe what Chale is? Is that all right? So, Google it. It might explain it a little bit better than I just did. Yes. So my friend became my brother. Yeah. And the whole process of the album it wasn't about the music anymore. It became this beautiful collaboration where, yes, we were intentional about the music and the message, but we were also intentional about how each other was doing, and we got to support each other through some difficult times.
It's true. And like there are times where we'd come together and I'd bring my recording equipment and we'd be like, right, we're going to come together and we're going to work on the album and we're going to get this and this done. But actually what happens is we just end up having a long chat or worshipping together or eating food or whatever it is. Like, it's like relationship became the priority, like more so than the project or having a product at the end of it.
Most definitely. I just remember one specific time where we were at Oasis and you were by the piano and you were just playing through the track, and what you described, that tug that was like, this track could be more. Yeah. And I remember saying to you, you know, Chale, be yourself. Whatever, just create. Just, I said, create. Create. Be yourself. And this sound came out of this one here on this laptop, and it was so deep that what I had written beforehand, child, the way I quickly got rid of that thing, I was like, yo, I need to write something that is reflecting what he is playing, because he is speaking through the music here, and then it just became this wonderful collaboration of lyrics and music. And through that, it's like I wanted to encourage you for the whole of the album. Wow. Bring you. I have ideas. We've both buzzed from this of ideas and that stuff, but it was important for me that you brought yourself. And I would you say that was also an integral part of the song as well? Yeah,
for sure. And actually, the creative process for this song was quite stretching in and of itself, because I was finding myself again doing production that I'd not done before, trying techniques that I'd not tried before, and it kind of helped me find my own sound and find more of it. And I think that really came through in this track in particular.
That's awesome. And just my final question before we take another short break and we switch roles again. How did this particular track help you? How has it helped you? Just assuming. But yeah.
How has it helped me? I think it's quite similar to Beautiful Show in the sense that it's an acknowledgement that where I am isn't who I am, and where, like, whatever's happening to me, like, it's a reminder that the best part about God writing your story is that it's always unfinished. You know, like, there's no need to worry about, is there going to be a good ending, because, well, I mean, there is, because the one who's writing it is good. But part of the beauty of the journey is knowing that it's going to be a good ending, but the joy is in what that ending's going to be like. And I love the constant references to the fact that everything will turn out for good in the end. And this song served, like, over the years, like the couple of years producing this, it served as a constant, like, encouragement that, you know, anything bad that happens, God will actually use. And he'll use it in ways that are unthinkable. And yeah, every time I hear this track, I'm just reminded of that, I would say.
I felt that. Okay, we're going to take a little short break here. We'll be back with you shortly.